my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
They're here.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
It's showtime.
Right, welcome everybody to another episode of the VHS Strikes Back. I am one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to the VHS Strikes Back, the show where we dust off the old video player and go on a nostalgic journey to look at the good and the bad movies of yesteryear. Now, Chris, what are we going to review this week?
Well, Dave, we are going to review a movie that I absolutely loved as a kid. So it came out in 1987. I probably watched it around 88, 89, so I would have been 11, 12 years old. But this one's three of my probably favourite sort of, in the top 50, 20 actors in the world, Dave, as a young kid. Bit like my movies, but this has got Steve Guttenberg, Tom Selleck, and Ted Danson, and it's directed by the old Leonard Nimoy as well, Dave. So Mr. Spock is the director. This one's Three Men and a Baby. So, Dave, I know we talked a little bit about it last week, but what do you remember about this or the first time you watched it?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it as well. It was huge at the time, wasn't it? I mean, those late 80s, you had that, and then you had the sequel as well. It was just huge, and I don't know, there was something, it was so different to anything else. It just had this, occupied its own little space there. I love Ted Danson from Cheers. You got Magnum PI there. You've got Mahoney. It's just a great cast, and then you've got this unusual setting of these three bachelors in this great pad that they've got, this penthouse condo thing they've got, and it was just great at the time. But I haven't watched this for 30 or so years now, so I wasn't sure how I'd see it going back to it now, but definitely had really fond memories of it.
Well, for me, I think it's obviously one of these ones. I must have watched it with my grandparents, probably my mum and dad, like my grandparents on their side. And I loved it. It was one of them films. It wasn't the martial arts, violent stuff that I was used to, but for some reason, it just really sat with me. And I loved the sequel as well, Three Men and a Little Lady, which was obviously from I think it was like 89, 90, something like that. But yeah, just having them three in it. I love Magnum PI, Mahoney. I used to love in Police Academy. They were, especially Police Academy, that was watched over and over. And I was a massive fan of Cheers as well. So I watched all the Cheers. I watched them all the way through. So that's where I think I've probably watched it with my mum's mum and dad, because they love Cheers. That's how I got into it. I used to sit there and watch it on Channel 4 with them, or if they recorded it on VHS. So, no, I was really looking forward to this one. And it's been on the list, and I was like, do I pick it? Do I not? And I've got a few. I'm sure you have. We've both got a few up our sleeve that you think, right, and I was going to throw another one in there that you've probably never seen. But then it was like, no, let's go for something, a little bit of fun, hopefully. So, no, I'm looking forward to this one.
Very good. And, it's listed that the budget is between 11 and 15 million and made 240 million at the box office. Now, I can only assume that is the US box office, because for 1987, on boxofficemojo.com, it's listed as 1987's worldwide box office #1 movie.
Yep, it is.
So, Three Men and a Baby is top. Fatal Attraction second, Beverly Hills Cop 2 third.
That's bullshit. That should be first.
Yeah, I knew it would find you up that bit.
Fucking bullshit. I was going for it then. I was having that until you said that. That's bullshit.
That was the only reason I wanted to bring it up. But Chris, should we get into our trailer?
Let's go.
Touchstone Pictures presents Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, Ted Danson.
Jack!
Whew, Angela, whew. Boy, you look different. What happened?
I'm dressed.
That's it. Three incredibly eligible men hoping to meet some incredibly perfect women.
So many women in so little time.
Now, at last, they're about to find that one girl who will sweep them off their feet.
That's a baby.
It's a baby.
Of course it's a baby.
It's your baby.
No, it's not my baby. It's Jack's baby. The child doesn't look anything like me. I have more hair.
I want to see the way you three big guys handle this one.
I had to go to 3 different places, buy 4 different kinds of formula, 2 different kinds of diapers, bottles, towels, nipples.
You do realize she did a doodle.
Doodle. Doodle. Yes, doodle. haven't been able to work or to sleep. And there's been all over this place for days. I build 50-story skyscrapers. I assemble cities of the future. I can certainly put together a diaper. Will somebody please tell me what the hell is going on around here? Figure it out for yourself.
Are they always this strange? Yes, since they got involved with another woman.
Touchstone Pictures presents 3 normally intelligent men and 1 little girl.
So, what do you want to do?
They're about to discover the only thing worse than raising her
Oh, no, please, not on the silk sheets.
is losing her.
We should be her family.
And let me tell you, the first time you get to work, Daddy, I don't care who you are. Your heart just melts. Can you drive a little faster, please?
Touchstone Pictures presents a comedy about 3 dedicated bachelors and the one woman in the world they couldn't live without.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
3 men and a baby.
I think she did a doodle. Your turn to change her. I'll give you $1,000 if you'll do it.
Architect Peter Mitchell, cartoonist Michael Kellum, and actor Jack Holden are happy bachelors in their shared New York apartment with frequent parties and flings. One day, a baby named Mary arrives on their doorstep with a note revealing she is the result of Jack's bit of slap and tickle with an actress named Sylvia at a Stratford Festival Shakespearean production a year prior. Now, Chris, what do you reckon to the opening of this movie?
Fucking hell, fucking Sid James there, right? No slap and tickle, yeah. He's fucking proper stumped me now.
Yeah.
So I've got to say that the soundtrack is really good at the start of this, and the way it sits. I will say, watching it now, so it's nearly 40 years old. The idea of 3, and really, Tom Selleck's the oldest at this point in this movie. He's 42 when they filmed this, so question marks are being asked, like, what the fuck are these 3 guys doing? They're just fucking slonging the fucking dicks all over fucking New York, aren't they? Just basically, you see this like montage of carousel of different women leaving them, don't you? The parties, all these, like, it's obviously a bit like, it's almost like Sex in the City, but in reverse, where it's like, they just constantly got different people, different partners, their life and soul. And by the looks of it, they're not really bothered if their partners are with anybody, because I want to talk about Peter's missus as well, which is bizarre. But they start off with the party. It's Peter's birthday. You've got... Michael's doing the cartooning. It's obviously not Steve Guttenberg, because every time they're trying to show someone's hand actually painted, it pans into the hand, so we're supposed to believe it's Guttenberg. He couldn't even do a fucking moustache, Dave, so you knew that wasn't him when he got, like, Tom Selleck there. But it just feels dead familiar. It feels dead, like we always say, it's like a comfy pair of slippers. I've seen it so many times, but I haven't watched it for, God, it must be 20 odd years at least. But it was definitely on a rotation of movies that I would sort of throw on and just watch if it was quite an easy thing. It's probably with me nan and granddad, I probably watched it. But yeah, there's loads of questions now that I look back watching it going, yeah, this makes fucking sense to me at all. But yeah, we went with it.
There is a familiarity with it. I'll give you that. I have to say, though, I couldn't take off my cynical 2024 specs because I'm watching it. And like you say, it's supposed to be these 3 lads, these 3 boys. And I'm thinking, how did they get together? Because they've all got such different jobs. So maybe they went to university or college together or something like that. But, I mean... You say Tom Selleck's the oldest, but I mean, Ted Danson is not fucking far behind him, right? No. So to me, looking at it now, it's like these guys are clearly in their 40s. Right? And I realized Ted Danson was literally 40 at this point, but I think he looks older. I'm just going to put it out there. But then you've got Steve Guttenberg. Well, he's 29 at this point. So he definitely looks younger. I mean, I'm thinking, how has this circle of friends happened? And the opening montage, like you say, music, absolutely fantastic. Definitely, places you right back in that late 80s time. And then, like you say, you've got this carousel. You've got these fucking. I mean, so many people at this party. I'm thinking, are they all using coasters? Who's cleaning up this mess? You know, I'm thinking that. I mean, it's not like the amount of people that were there. You'd want a marquee tent or something like that, wouldn't you? But you know, this is literally your home, and so yeah, I was just thrown a bit by the intro, but the iconic artist work, you know, the picture of themselves and everything, it's so familiar, isn't it? Like I say, it's probably 30-ish years ago I've watched it, but you know, recognize that straight away. And you know, you like you say, you're introduced to the characters, and it seems like Guttenberg's like, he's seemingly the sensitive one. You know, it seems to be, it's very much a machismo thing, isn't it? They're bachelors, they're macho, you know, they just shag women and send them on their way. But, you know, Michael is, you know, he's always missing out, you know, and he's having this conversation with this woman and saying, oh, you know what, you should get back with your boyfriend, because he's like the sap. This always happens to him. But I'm thinking, like, in that situation, she's clearly distressed, you know, and it's not like he's being super nice about it. He's fucking rolling his eyes. He's really pissed off. He just wants a shag. So it's like, you know what? I think you should get back to him. It's like almost a waste of his time. And so, yeah, I didn't feel great about the opening, I've got to say.
Yeah, and it's weird with this because I don't know which way we're going to go on this one, but yeah, it does. I think maybe it's the cynical, maybe it's the VHS strikes back calling out everything. But there's loads of little things where I'm like, I'm not so sure about this. I mean, I honestly think watching this that the movie is Tom Selleck as the lead and the other two are sort of supporting actors. It's billed as all three of them, but for me, Tom Selleck is maybe it's the age thing. Maybe that's what they're depicting in the movie, but he is pretty much fucking Magnum PI, and he's even got the fucking Stuart Pearce fucking shorts on.
Has he ever stopped being Magnum PI? Because I was watching it, and all I could think was Friends. I was thinking, like,
yeah, I was thinking Friends.
From here, 87 to whenever you were on Friends, you haven't aged any more there. And if I look back to Magnum PI, it's not like you were massively younger then. He's just like, he's always been this same age.
All the time. That's exactly what he offers. And yeah, and it does feel like it's his vehicle more than anything. The whole thing is him as the main like character in it. And I don't think Steve Guttenberg again. I mean, obviously we did, you know, Johnny Five and all that. Yeah. And it was a different type of character he's playing. And in this, I think he's better in this than Short Circuit. But again, I'm not really buying it at all. But there is a switch for me, Dave, in the movie. I'll be honest with you. So I think that when we go through this, you know, we're the fucking best bachelors in the world, all that other bollocks, you know, and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, they're basically fucking dicking the dicks in Viagra and everyone wants to finger to him, is when the guy says to Jack, don't he, like, yeah, you know, I've got this parcel coming, and straight away you're thinking, well, this is classic plot device. It's going to be drugs or whatever it's going to be. It's going to be something dodgy. And then lo and behold, obviously, Magnum goes for a run, legs it across Fifth Avenue or wherever he is with the old classic shorts on. And there's Mary. There was something about it, Dave, that I don't know. It's weird watching this movie and you're going to piss yourself laughing because I don't know which way you're going to go. There's loads of bits in this movie where I got a little bit emotional watching it, you know. I don't know if that's because I'm a dad or whatever. I honestly don't know, but it proper got me in bits of this movie.
Yeah, it didn't with me. I've got to be honest. I mean, I remembered loving it. And I remember that nostalgia definitely, it makes me feel warm when I'm watching it. But I just feel like it's so ridiculous. I mean, let's go back to the initial moment, you know. So we've set the scene, we've met the characters, we know they're fucking swingers or something, you know. It seems all a bit loose, really, you know. It's not just that they're happy bachelors going about their successful lives. I mean, these parties are questionable. I have more questions probably off the podcast about this one, but yeah, it's just like the baby turns up and it's almost like it's almost like they've never seen a fucking baby in their lives. Like, oh, what do we do about this? Oh, it's so ridiculous. Oh, what do we do? Oh, and fucking when Selleck goes to get some food for a baby, I mean, is this person, is he like fucking Homelander? Has he grown up in a lab and never interacted with any other human beings at all? And he's like, I need food for the baby. All right, okay, you need food. How old is it? Oh, about this big. Okay, just wait right there, please. Please. I've got fucking Jimmy Savile here. There's fucking very questionable behaviour. Has no idea how old his fucking baby is. Just wait right there, sir. And speak to security as well to rugby tackle the fucker before he legs it out the supermarket there. So, yeah, I don't know. There was just so much that was ridiculous about this. So, yeah, I didn't really enjoy it watching it this time, I've got to admit.
No, and I totally get it, because the question marks are, the woman's came in with a baby, she's left without the baby. Why is someone on the door not gone? That's a bit strange. We've never seen this English woman before. Because obviously the door person would know.
Yeah, right. We'll get on to that.
She is English, I think,
You're fucking joking.
No, she's English. I swear to you. Right, I'm going to investigate this. I'm sure
there
she's
is no fucking way. Right. So I'm looking at it here. Nancy Travis is the one who plays Sylvia.
Oh, she's an American actress.
She's
American. She's not. She's American.
Yes. I'm going to have to go back to London because, it's really hard to be an actress. Fucking English.
You've had me there. You've done me. Right, you've done me. But there is question marks. There is that. Why is the door person not gone, well, what's going on here? Why didn't they just go to social? I know obviously they're saying it's fucking social services, whatever the American version is, but I know obviously he's saying it's Jack's kid and all that thing, and it stands out. There's loads of questions, but you're right. When when fucking Peter goes to the supermarket and she's like, "Oh, how big? This big? Do you not know how old your baby is?" No. The question marks then should be, what the fuck is going on here? And then I think I understand what they're trying to sell. It's that like innocence of parenthood, like these people haven't got a clue. I get it. I do understand it. And I think the idea is really good. I think the original idea or movie was a French one. And this is something that they've adapted, obviously, for our market. Yeah. No, sacrilege, Dave. But there you go. But it's weird because Peter's a stroppy bastard in certain bits, isn't he? Like he's got this weird woman he's with who she brings a guy round because he says, like, can you come round? And then she's with Rebecca. She's with some fucking cello player. And she's like, I'm on a date. Well, why would you bring your date round? And she's like, well, like you could date the whole fucking orchestra. And I'm like, this is a bit weird, this. Like, what's going on here?
They're into their sex parties big time.
I'm fucking telling you, well, it's Dave, it's Cosmopolitan, it's New York, if you don't mind. They do anything there, But it is this so...
Some listeners in New York, I don't think they do, but I mean, these guys do.
Yeah, that's what I meant in the context of this movie. But yeah, there is some really strange stuff. But I think what got me is when they start to understand that they're being set up and the copper comes and then Peter miraculously puts his hand down the side of the sofa and goes, "Well, what's this?" And then puts everything together. He doesn't just go 2 and 2; he's 4. He's got the whole. In that moment, he's got the whole board on the wall, and he's put everything together about this, and then realised the drugs. And again, it doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you just tell the fucking copper? I still can't for the life of me understand why they wouldn't just tell the copper. I know they're saying they might be protecting Jack or whatever, but surely you're going down for fucking 10 to 15 years. Guttenberg's a successful artist. He's a successful fucking architect, isn't he? There's only Jack who's a bit of a failed thing, which coincidentally, Dave, in the party, fucking Peter must be a billionaire because he says to fucking Jack, yeah, don't worry, go and do that play. I'll cover your rent for this month. What a fucking friend, Dave.
It's different.
I'll pay £1,000. Yeah, I'll pay $1,000 fucking dollars for you. What a mate. Imagine me saying to you, don't worry, ever. We'll go and do that podcast. I'll cover your mortgage. Fucking hell.
I mean, £1,000. it's fucking prime Manhattan fucking penthouse suite. It boggles my mind. I can't even comprehend how expensive that must be. But I guess you're right. I mean, he must be related somehow to Bruce Wayne or something, because he's fucking loaded, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he was going to be Batman at one point, Dave, Tom Selleck, but they have to take the old tash off. But yeah, there's so many things wrong. And the guys who come, the two drug dealers, one of them's the guy out of Beverly Hills Cop. So he's actually in 2 movies in '87 that were in the top 3. That's that blonde guy. He's Nick Thermopolis in Beverly Hills Cop 2. He's like when they go to the Playboy Mansion and all that. And he's chatting to Max, the main guy, and he goes, Nick Thermopolis. Anyway, that's him. But yeah, the premise of it is stupid, and I still don't understand watching it now. Why the fuck you didn't just tell the copper? I don't get it. But the copper, I love picking babies up. I love babies. I'm like, this is a little bit fucking bizarre.
Questionable behaviour, if you ask me.
Well, last question was Leonard Nimoy.
Old man, fuck off.
Well, Leonard Nimoy auditioned 200 twins, I believe. They've all looked at 200 pictures of twins, but yeah, there is questionable stuff all around.
This is the thing, right? I guess I can't criticize it too much, because at the end of the day, this was fucking massive in the 80s, but I can't help but feel Leonard Nimoy and Mr. Spock are one of the same. And he is basically... he's looking at this and going, yes, I do understand your Earth humor. This is going to be very amusing. I've analyzed. And this farce, basically they think the baby is a package, and, people will laugh. It's just, I don't know. I feel like a right grumpy old bastard, but it's just not funny. I mean, the bits, you're right, there is a heart to it. And part of that is, you are talking about some on-screen royalty, aren't you, for the 80s?
Yeah.
Ted Danson, Steve Guttenberg, Tom Selleck, like you say, definitely that. And the fact is that they are out of their depth. I mean, you don't need to create these fucking sex-mad fucking bachelors. You just put a normal dad in that fucking scenario. I've told you before, haven't I? Maybe not on the podcast, but a mate of mine was, he was left alone with the child for the first time, so he had the responsibility, and he was like fucking a bit stressed about it. How dads do get stressed with it. It's like the mother was off, like visiting family and stuff. And he's got everything planned out in his mind. He's all laid out, all the different meals that you have to set through the day. And, we're talking toddler age here. We're not talking like the same as Mary in the movie. And he's doing so well. And then he's like, right, okay, just watch a movie while I'm going to make dinner. And says, oh, what about this one, Dad? Sausage Party. Oh, yeah, it looks like Toy Story or something. Yeah, knock yourself out. Put that one on. And he starts making the tea, and then he comes back in. He's like, what? What's going on? What's this? Massive dad failure moment. But yeah, so I mean, fucking new parents, it is just massively daunting and overwhelming, isn't it? And you have a lot of these moments, but for me, for the comedy that they're trying to go for, it's just hit an extreme, which doesn't seem believable to me.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Honestly, I'm totally with you on that, and even to the point where, I said about Peter ringing his missus up, to come Rebecca, and she's like, well, you're a woman. She's like, yeah, and what the fuck do you want me to do about that? I've not got any kids, all them sort of sexist things. But I think it's
that bit I could believe. I could believe a lot of people saying that. It's like, well, you're a woman. You surely just naturally just know all this stuff. From birth, you just know it.
Yeah. No, you don't, Dave. You know that, and I know that. You don't. But it's and you're right. And it's just little things that Hollywood do. But I think when it turned for me, so I was watching this at 4:00 in the morning while on my bike in the gym, Dave. So I did a 20-minute start, and I'd watched a little bit of it last. So I was about 40 minutes into it, and when they started to sort of understand Mary and rely on her and all that. I don't know what it is, Dave, but I was fucking welling up watching it. And I was thinking, fuck, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and there's nobody about. Obviously, I've got my own gym, so I was lucky. But I was like, this is fucking weird. What the hell's getting me so? And I'm not emotional usually. I'm like, what the fuck's getting me so emotional? I don't know whether it's, thinking about when Jordan was younger or something. But yeah, there was bits in this that get me every time, especially at the end as well. It gets me. But I can't work out why, because I'm with you. It's a pretty lame story. And the whole drugs thing gets wrapped up after an hour. And then it's sort of like, we're the best dads in the world. Which, again, Dave, they're using the daughter in fucking, I think it's Bryant Park in New York, which I'm sure you've been. I've been a few times. And they're literally slinging dick there for all the women, aren't they, with their daughter, doing a bit of frisbee and all this. Mary's being used as a vehicle so they can fucking dip the bread in. Yeah, it's like, it's very bizarre, and it's basically saying any woman who sees a man with a child just wants to basically get them pregnant as well. It's so bizarre, isn't it, how that works in these movies? But yeah, the story is paper thin. It really is.
Yeah. Doesn't work, by the way. Tried it.
I've never had a chance to, Dave, so I don't know.
Yeah, no. So absolutely paper thin. You know what I think would make this slightly better is if the criminals, the drug dealers, were the wet bandits. A bit of Joe Pesci there. I could see them. I could see when it's written on the page, you could imagine this being Joe Pesci. But I don't know. Is it not bizarre that, okay, they have this exchange and then basically they almost hand over Mary and then they realize just in time, get the drugs back and everything. But then they leave Mary with, is it the next door neighbor or something? The landlady?
Yeah, the landlady.
Like and then,
yeah.
And then the drug dealers break in to the penthouse, ransack the place for what does not really look like that much in drugs. I don't know how much street value that would be of heroin, but it seems like a lot of effort for a little package of heroin. Just saying. But basically, they tie her up. She doesn't seem that distressed by it. Tom seems more distressed about they've messed with his tapes, which is also a questionable bit to put in the movie there. What is on those tapes, I wonder? But then it's not addressed again. It's just like, oh, I'm still here. I'm still tied up. Haha, isn't that funny? I'm like, no, if she's the fucking landlady, I would be asking more questions. Let's have the fucking police round here. I am traumatized to fuck. And so, yeah, this was just swept under the carpet. But then they decide to go after the drug dealers. Not just, here's the fucking drugs, fuck off, like, out of our lives. That is it. That's the end of it. No, they decide they're going to go through this whole fucking ruse. They're going to take Mary along with them rather than drop the baby off with, I don't know, fucking anyone. And it's just, I don't know. It is just so... This is almost like Naked Gun levels of nonsense, except Naked Gun knows what it is. It knows it's all full of slapstick and nonsense. And so, yeah, I don't know what it was, mate. And I love the fact that, for you, got a bit emotional. Maybe it's thinking back to when, like you say, Jordan was a baby or whatever. For my tiny Grinch-like heart, it did nothing. And all I saw was nonsense.
I can't say I'm not agreeing with you. But the heartwarming bits where, like, they start of, like, Mary, you can see that it's just more than, it's just this annoyance of a kid that's just appeared from, let's be honest, a fucking irresponsible mother who should be fucking locked up or at least sectioned to find out what the fuck she's just abandoned a kid for nearly 4 months or whatever it is, which is utter bullshit.
Right. What is the timeline? So is it not just like a few days or a week or something?
It's got to be a few months, I think. It's got to be, because Jack's away and he's supposed to be for 2 weeks, but then he comes back short, maybe a week, because his part gets cut, doesn't it? So that's definitely, so maybe even a month, Dave. Maybe a month then. Let's go with a month. But I do, because he's never addressed, I do totally agree with that. But what a fucking mother she is. Like, I just couldn't cope. And when Jack comes back and he does this thing where you can obviously tell it's him and he's coming into the apartment not to wake him up, and then Peter fucking hits him with a basketball. Let's be honest, Dave. Fucking Air Jordan couldn't have thrown a better fucking ball in the pitch black on his fucking bonds. Knocks him out. They have a bit of a wrestle. One of the bits I do like, though, is when they give him Mary and he's like carrying her like she's some shopping or something, and they go playing pool and he's like, what do I do? And then you just hear fucking, I do like Peter's line, Tom, so he goes, yeah. He goes, figure it out, dickhead. Like, you know, to say,
yeah.
Because that's what we would probably say to each other as
100%.
mates. You go, you fucking dickhead. Look what you've done here. This fucking bachelor pad where we've got women on a fucking sliding door all day long. We've now got these fucking kids to attend with. Thanks very much, you know. So, but yeah, I do like the stuff with Jack, and when they go to the theatre and everything, and he's having the shower and all that stuff, you know, and they can't get hold of him. Next minute, there's a phone in the shower. Let's be honest, Dave, electrical hazard. It's not waterproof. I didn't understand that bit at all.
Yeah, just all 80s, 80s technology there.
Yeah, 80s logic. Don't matter if your kid gets a little bit of a shock from, I don't think it's 240 volts over there, but yeah, there is some really bizarre bits, but I do like the fact that it's building nicely. You know, the thing's bullshit. The whole drugs thing is utter bollocks. Like, send them to, you know, the building site. And then you've got Thingy in there, fucking, what's it called? Dennis fucking Norden, fucking Candid Camera, whatever it was called. Or it was not Candid, you know, what was it called? It's All Right on the Night, bollocks. He's there. Fucking, but even Steve Goldberg even puts the fucking reverse cap on. Like, you know, like you see the photographers and the cameramen with them on. Why has he got that on when he's in this fake fucking air duct shoot thing? Nobody can see it, but he puts it on. He's doing, Stallone came out this year, Over the Top. Maybe he thinks he's fucking Stallone, Lincoln Hawk, and he becomes a filmmaker when he turns his cap round, because that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But anyway, he's filming it, and then they realise, and we've got this stupid, it's not even slapstick, is it? The lift goes down, then it stops, then they go past him, then they go, and the cops get him. And this whole thing again was like, here's all the evidence, officer. Well, not being funny, Dave, if the camera had been fucking chewed up, it could have been a different story. But yeah, why didn't they just do that from the fucking start and save all the arse? I know it's for the movie. Just the whole drugs thing for me is a sideline that is unnecessary in the movie.
The whole drugs thing, definitely. I think it shouldn't have been there, because you know what, Chris? What happens when these fuckers get out? Or
I was thinking that, yeah.
Possibly even fucking talk to their mates. They know exactly where they fucking live. They have got no problem breaking in as well. But again, it's kind of 80s movies, isn't it? So the police have caught them, so the problem has just melted away forever.
Yeah, forever. There's no, I mean, if they've got 250 grand, the strong arm and a director, there's someone that's above them who's fucking, they've got it from, and they'll want their cut, won't they? And it's just this fucking Russian doll effect that you get to the very top. But these three guys, no problem, Dave. You know what I mean? No problem. But I do think as the movie goes on again, it's so obvious that Tom Selleck is the star person of the movie. I know Jack gets a bit more scenes with Mary and all that, but it's just not the same. It's weird. I don't know whether Selleck means to do it or it's the writing, but even I've watched both of these, and no matter what you think of this movie, I'm definitely going to watch the second one. And this isn't a Chris Phelps going, oh, fuck off, you're going to watch it. And, you know, I will watch it because I've really got the thing. I might even watch it this weekend because I just want to see if this, I know the second one got slated, but again, it's a Chris Phelps special. I really like the second one. It's at 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, Dave, so it could be a disaster, but I really liked it. So, yeah, that whole bit is nonsense with the drugs and the way it comes about. But again, there's some lovely heartwarming scenes with the baby and all that. And I think it is. I think it just caught me. The wind was blowing the right way, Dave, but I got a lot out of this, more than I thought. It was so bizarre.
What I would say, I have been going in hard on this, but I'm intrigued enough to watch the sequel as well. If I do have a bit of extra time, I am behind on my watching of things that I just general TV, so much great TV and stuff. But you know, I do want to watch the second one again. Definitely saw it at the time, but I can't really remember what happened. So, but I am intrigued enough to want to watch the sequel. But I felt like this movie as well, it didn't conform to a regular 3-act structure. I don't know what, I think the whole drugs thing was just put in there to create that bit of conflict, but it didn't need it. They could have created a conflict without that. And so it seemed utterly bizarre. But then when, the criminals are caught, like say they're taken away, I'm thinking, well, is that the end of the movie then? And no, it's not. So it sort of carries on. So it's this weird subplot, isn't it? But it's felt like the central plot. I don't know. It was just this weird dissonance that I felt with the structure of it. But like I say, so fucking Sylvia comes back. You floored me that you thought she was English.
No, fuck me.
For me, with the most ridiculous attempted English accent. And again, I don't know why she had to be English, but again, you do question. So again, both being parents, there is no fucking way you would disappear. You wouldn't leave your baby. It's the most precious thing on earth, right? You wouldn't just leave it at the door of someone who, you don't even know that they're definitely there. You don't know that someone's actually going to take care of her. You don't know that they're not just going to go straight to social services and drop her off, and end up in foster care. But anyway, she comes back, and it's this thing about, not being able to cope and whatever. And we kind of get this extra, it's almost like an epilogue or something, it feels like, at the end of the movie. And, we get again, a little bit of conflict. So she has to move away. And then you have that realization, don't you, that, we can't lose Mary out of our lives. So we have a race to the airport, and then they miss the plane. And this is where I kind of forgot a little bit what happened at the end, because the way the camera is shot, it's the three guys looking outwards, at the plane having left. And I thought, is she just going to be stood there? I couldn't remember it, but no, she's back at the apartment. But then the dialogue just gets ridiculous. You spent a few weeks with this baby, but she's Sylvia's really struggling to cope and stuff. So rather than, okay, well, let's see what we can do. I mean, ultimately, Jack, this is your responsibility. What are you going to do? No, Peter and Michael are like, you should absolutely move in, to this flat, because we can easily put an extension on a fucking penthouse suite, can't we? That was the thing. Obviously, Peter, he's an architect. So the line is when she says, oh, where would I stay? And he's like, I'll build you a room. Right, just on the top of a building. That's okay. So, yeah, again, it just got to nonsense for me. But I do want to talk, Chris. Actually, I'm going to put a pin in this, right? Because I want to address something, right? Which is Ted Danson's hair, right? But what do you think about that ending bit?
It's too cute, isn't it? He steps in. No, I don't want to just be thinking. Yeah, and this woman who's never met these guys really, other than a quick 20-minute conversation, just goes, I'll tell you what, I'll entrust you with my daughter's life. No problem. I'll let you stay with you for fucking the best part of a month or whatever it is, the time scale. No problem at all. And you're right, obviously Peter can do wonders because he's an architect, Dave, so he can just get around whatever loop. Yeah, the ending's satisfying because they stay together, but it still don't make any sense. No parent would leave your kid. And it does happen. People do, postnatal depression and that. I get it. There is some, unfortunately, it is a really serious sort of illness after women have babies and that. I'm not dismissing it. I get it. It's something really, the baby blues, as it was called years ago, before there was an understanding, is a big thing. So I get that, but they don't really address it. She just drops a few lines in there like, I couldn't cope, and that's it. And there's no, I think it'd make more sense to say, look, I was, now there'd be a full scene over it, wouldn't there? And all that sort of thing about why they're in this situation. It's supposed to be a lighthearted movie, but it's still not right. But anyway, let's get on to Ted Danson, Dave. Go on,
I'll just say to that last bit, and you're right. I mean, isn't that such a derogatory put down way, the baby blues? Right? Just the way it's labeled is a way to almost dismiss it. So absolutely is a thing, a really serious thing. And I think we're starting to understand it a little bit more. What I would say is, when the director is from the planet Vulcan, I will cut him a little bit slack for not really understanding that element of human behavior. So Ted Danson's hair, right? Honestly, I've got to say, as a kid, you mentioned it last week when you introduced the movie that, at the very last episode, you had Ted Danson taking the old wig off in the last episode of Cheers, and everyone was like, holy shit, I had no idea. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, how the fuck did I have no idea that that's a wig? Because we've called out a few wigs in our time, right? Done a few Burt Reynolds movies.
Yeah.
I had no idea, Chris. But it's so obvious when I'm watching it now. It's like, fucking hell, that's not even close to real hair. I mean, was it just me? Did you know?
No, 100%. When it was slicked down and he's in the party and he's got that like suit on and the cravat thing and that, it looks fucking horrendous. I didn't know when I was younger and I was like shocked. It was one of the moments in Cheers where he was talking to Carla, Danny DeVito's ex-wife, and he's like, yeah, I've been wearing a hairpiece since, and pulls the fucking wig up. And she's like, and she just like starts taking the piss, going, oh, forget about my problems. And she goes, Sam, where's a wig? Or someone, and runs out of the bar telling everyone. But it just looks ridiculous. It ruined. I always thought he had perfect hair, Ted Danson. And then when he did that in Cheers, it absolutely blew my mind. So, yeah, it's weird, his hair. And I think what happens is, Dave, I think he's obviously been going grey a lot younger than his fucking 40 years. And he's got one of them faces. When you get someone who's in like the mid to late 50s and they're still dyeing their hair, the face doesn't fit with the brown hair, does it? When they were younger, maybe in the 40s, you get away with it. But you can't as you get older because the face changes and they've still got their fucking boyish haircut with the blonde or the brown hair or whatever they've got. It just never sits, does it?
No. And that's the thing that you're right, actually. It's the face coupled with the perfect hair. I think you're right. That is the thing that just strikes you straight away, doesn't it? It's like, oh, that just looks weird. It looks ridiculous. So, yeah, again, it's not so much that he's chosen to wear a hairpiece. That's absolutely fine. It's more just that I'm baffled by how everyone else was surprised that it was a wig. Or maybe it was just us. Maybe it was because we were kids and we're just not, it's just his hair, isn't it? I'm more surprised at us just not recognizing that it was a wig back then.
Yeah, 100%. And it looks more ridiculous now, bloody 40 years later than I think it did then. But yeah, it's a very, very strange movie. It got me again at the end, Dave. Little bit of a lump in the throat when it all played out really well. But then I'm thinking, I've got to watch this. Then I'm thinking, is this one of the worst movie franchises ever? But I absolutely love it. Is it one of them? Because it's not reviewed well, the first one, to be honest.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me. But again, it's just all of the stuff that I've said, the digs that I've taken, it's all just my opinion. And there's a tiny bit of me that had the nostalgia for it, but it was more overpowered by the cynical fucking grumpy side of this is ridiculous. So I think it's absolutely brilliant that it still got you that way. But Chris, should we get into our final review?
Let's go. So, Dave, we've poked a bit of fun in it. The plot hole's unbelievable, but it was the highest grossing movie of 1987. Still bullshit that beat Axel Foley, but there you go. I'm not happy about that. But I really enjoyed it. I did enjoy the movie still, Dave. The nostalgia's there. I can laugh at it. I can poke fun at it. And I do think that even the end bit with Mary, is that something that they did in Friends with Ross and Rachel when she was supposed to go to Paris, and he looks, it's been done loads of times in movies, hasn't it, where they look at the plane and think that person's gone. I think Friends did it really well for, like, obviously for a TV show, it's that iconic, that bit. But yeah, same sort of callback. I just loved it. The silliness of it, like I say, the emotional bits of it. I don't know what the fuck was going on with me, Dave. I really don't know. But it was so bizarre that it just got me. And I remember, I think at one point I had tears rolling down my face going, oh my God, what's happened here? She's 23 years old here. What's going on, Jordan? Why am I getting so thingy? But I can just relate to it, and it just sounds so silly. I mean, I've cried before when we've done some movies, Dave, but usually because they're fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like Necromantic or the other nonsense that we've had to cover. But this actually got me in the feels, which is very unheard of for Mr. Phelps. So I'm going to still put it, I think I'm going to put it in Hill Valley, Dave, at the top of Hill Valley. I'm 100% going to watch the second one, and I'm going to make a commitment now. Just like I've committed, I did bring my song out, for Axel F. If you're one of the patrons. It is there on the Patreon, guys, the official blues number for Axel F. the Legend. But I'm actually going to commit to watch this one and report back next week, Dave, for the sequel, Three Men, a Little Lady, and see what I think. Nice.
Don't make me bring Hit Monkey up again, but I'll probably, I would forget that if I didn't write it down. So what I'm going to do is just make a little note for myself for next week. But Chris, I thought you were going to go Pleasantville, but I thought it's great when we disagree, to be honest, because for a lot of them of late, even if we've disagreed a bit and we land on the same point, but not for me with this one. For me, this one is an Elm Street. I definitely loved this back in the day, but to me, it just doesn't hold up. I can see what they're going for. And again, it's like a Vulcan's interpretation of what humor should be. It's this farce that should happen. I just felt it was all fragmented. It was just a bit silly. And I know it's a light comedy, but I need it to make sense as well. So, yeah, the music was fantastic, and I certainly wouldn't want to put this any lower than Elm Street, but yeah, that's where it sits for me.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, Dave, just bear this in mind because it is your pick. So, I haven't picked a horrendous movie. I just want to throw that one out there just to, throw it in the mix sort of thing. But it is your pick next week, my friend. So what are we going to be watching?
Well, Chris, we've spent a little bit of time and in disbelief at how we thought that this guy who had perfect hair, it wasn't actually his hair. Now, I'm going to go back to a movie, to 1990, to a guy who did have perfect fucking hair. This is Ghost. Now let's get into the trailer. Straight away, the music.
What's the matter?
I'm so happy you picked this because it's another pick I had on my list, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, this has been on my list from day one and just couldn't let it go any longer without covering this one.
I love you.
What do you want?
Somebody help us!
Back to the days where they explain everything in the trailer. They basically show you the movie in the trailer.
It's like I can still feel you.
The problem with you is you still think you're real. It's all up here now. You want to move something, you got to move it with your mind.
Molly, why can't you hear me?
Who is that?
You can hear me?
Can you hear me? Sam Wheat. Say my name. Say it. Leave me alone.
You're right, though. It's basically ruining the whole movie.
I get a message from Sam.
In the trailer.
What? Sam Wheat? He asked me to call.
The only thing they've not covered is
he said
twist,
it was a setup.
really.
He was murdered.
That's it.
She said Sam knew who killed him.
Are you out of your mind? I mean, what are you going to tell the police?
She knew things, private things.
I know about the green underwear that you wrote your name on.
Weird. Why would you release this in the trailer?
It goes back a long way.
Don't you see I'm not a fake?
I don't know what's real anymore.
Don't open him. Don't open the damn door. He's a murderer.
Why are you doing this to me? Do you hear me? Why are you doing this to me?
Like we're out of fucking Swayze's continuity for some reason.
He says he loves you. Sam would never say that.
You got to take all your anger, all your love, all your hate, and then let it explode.
It's probably not an exclusive club, but, did have the hots big time for Demi Moore after this.
Yeah. done well here, Dave, because it saved me on my list, because that was near the top of my list as well. I've been wanting to do that one for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably. I think for our supporters as well, I think they're too happy at picking the shocking ones, but I think there's a few people who will be happy we're finally going to tackle this one.
No, 100%. So, no, thank you so much to everyone. Thanks for picking that, mate. Brilliant. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you want to email us, the vhsstrikesback@gmail.com. If you follow us on social media, our VHS Strikes Back. Please go over to patreon.com/the VHS Strikes Back. So, the roll call of honor for today, and a massive thank you to everyone who supports the podcast, past and present. We do appreciate it. Is big thank you to John, Mike, Lee, Helen, Dylan, Stephen, Trent, Dan, Justin, Susan, Timothy, Matt, Hales, Ken, Lucky Little Green, Herb, Jax, Math, Blake, Glyn, John Hammond, and Mr. Tony Farina. So thank you so much, guys, for all your support. Absolutely class. Now, Dave, what have you got for us today, my friend?
Well, Chris, I am going to continue this accidental theme because last week we were talking about back in our band days, and when we did the thing with two heads, and I said about I had to put the lyrics in there for the baby, 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 baby. I remember you throwing those in, but when it uncovered that sort of latent memory that was hiding away there, I was thinking back to those times, and I was thinking, because I can't remember why. Did someone else play bass or something when Jeff used to get up? I remember being in the crowd and looking into, looking at you guys doing a blues thing. But that's
he
weird,
jumped
right?
on the bass a couple of times.
I can't quite remember, but again, I remember, like I said last week about the baby, baby, baby bit, and the fact that we're doing three men and a baby, I thought I'd dial that up a little bit more as well. But the fact that one of the things we originally bonded over was just we seemed to be on the same wavelength with things, and for me, I just thought it was a bit odd, right? For me, we were kind of an indie band, and that was the biggest response we'd always get is when we were playing, some of the older stuff, maybe some of the punk stuff, but some of the newer, more current stuff, bit of Stone Roses, that would always go down well. And then, you'd whip the crowd up into a frenzy just before the break, and then you'd go into the blues number. It's just fucking weird. And so I just remember being stood by the bar looking on, and you're doing your best with your ad-libbing stuff with your babies. But I can't help but feel that you were feeling the same thing, that actually this was all just a bit fucking annoying and a distraction, because I never saw it go down well. Everyone in the crowd was switched off completely. So yeah, I don't quite know what I'm going to call this one yet, but it might be an ode to Jeff. So yeah, here we go. I'd say the bass is great in this.
Yeah, it is good.
Guitar, fucking annoying.
This is a little bit too happy though, Dave, for Jeff's music.
There he is,
there he is. Oh, yeah. Wanky fucking twiddly. Fucking know it, though. Love that, travelling all over North West.
Three dudes in a New York loft, living large, playing soft. Tom, Peter, Jack, quite a team. Life was good, a bachelor's dream. Then one day, a big surprise, a baby girl with big blue eyes. Doctor's bottles, old and bright, turning their days into sleepless nights. Three men and a baby, 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 baby. Three men and a baby, baby.
I love the way he's like overpronouncing words.
Baby, baby, fuck off, Jeff.
This is definitely a Chris Phelps lyric fucking masterclass. Catchy though, Dave.
It is catchy, and to be fair, I think the chorus again is really quite catchy despite the lyrics.
Tom with the stash so debonair. Now he's got spit up in his hair. Peter sketches once so neat. Now he's drawing on baby sheets. Jack smooth moves on the dance floor. Now he's rocking babies, what a chore. Life's a mess, but hearts are full. Learning love's powerful.
Very good. No. I love it. Honestly, it's really good.
This is such a niche joke. It's probably only really funny for well, definitely me, possibly you. But the fact that all the guitar work, although great, it's actually really annoying to my ears because it's all around the same bit of the neck. And so it was just perfect. And I had put another one together because actually, if I remember right, it was more like Gary Moore stuff, wasn't it? It was more slower stuff typically. But I did do a slower version, but this more upbeat one I thought was catchier.
No, it's very good, mate. Very good. I appreciate the fact the time you're spending doing this. It's no Axel F, Dave, but at some point you'll catch up to that blues fucking, masterclass. The bulge in his fucking pants, and that was a classic line. No, really good.
No, thank you very much, sir. Like I say, it is a labour of love for sure. So thanks for today. I can't wait to get stuck into next week. I think that is definitely still going to be a bit of a tearjerker. Thanks to all our listeners out there. Thanks to all our supporters. And we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we going to do now? What are we going to do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
I'll be back.
That's odd. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Wax on, wax off.
Get to the chopper!
One ring to go. All right. Ding, ding. Bust you up. Go for it.
Well, here we go. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Ain't so bad. Come on, ain't so bad. You ain't nothing. Come on. You must be crazy or something. I'm crazy. You just a stupid fool.
Yeah, maybe
you crazy.
But I ain't breathing heavy.
He's a fool. He's stupid. I'll see you in 6 months.